Yesterday we had a teaser that we got an invite to an exclusive event by the head waiter of the main dining room.
Last day.
Directly working the field there, you can start at the entry levels also. They do have entry levels on the ship. Yeah, and then there's three other smaller ones. The big ones, they're about 800 gallons. So unlike the onion soup, we use 1.5 of the big one for the tea that's being pressed inside under pressure. Alright? You can also roast the stopper when you see the windjammer for lunch. It's cooking this oven also. Yeah? There's like 6 of them downstairs in deck 4 where the roast station is, where I'm going to take it, I'll show you. So they cook all the meat inside these big ovens. They have a probe inside that can put a large steam ship that is, there when you see the large chunk of beef in windjammer.
These are what's for tonight.
Main part of the galley. This is the operational part of the galley. So, as I said, just imagine this is deck 5, and just imagine this centerpiece 3 times in size for deck 3. That's just to give you a mental scope of how massive deck 3 is. Alright? Like vegetable stews, the mashed potatoes, your rice, you know, all that stuff is cooked like this, and the baked potato. And then the line when you get all this, tonight you get this lovely white bean ragu with your lamb, and the wedge potatoes on your steak. They're the guys who are preparing all that stuff for you, okay? In the corner there, that's the roast station. You can see there's 2 more of the large ovens, and there's 4 more on the other side. You can see that because this unit is there. Alright? So that's the road station. There's another one for a ear here. Escargot, you saw it, right?
Is that butter?
It is, yeah. Burnt butter. This is Mr. Antonio.
Holy moly.
Mr. Antonio. He followed me from Brilliance of the Seas here to see what's working me. So he's the guy who makes all the escargot for dinner. Wow. He's doing the preparation.
Did you make that butter? It's in that pot like that?
Yeah, it goes on the machine.
It's the butter for the escargot. Big ice cream scoop.
Yes.
There's another bowl there. Your money will go far. Alright, so you can see now most of the production is slowed down now. We're now going to prepare for dinner later on, but if you were here like 2 or 3 hours ago, this place will be full of bakers, and you'll smell bread cooking everywhere, you know. So these guys, these are some other heroes nobody really knows about, but these guys make about 40,000 pieces of bread and Danish every single day. For both guests and crew for every single venue on the ship. That can make 300 pounds of dough.
How much? 200 pounds?
300 pounds.
300 pounds.
It takes about less than an hour. Depends on how fast the guy is. Same time this year, same time last year, I should say same time last year. It shows you all the equipment that is on, that is not working, all the equipment that is probably overeating. There's a computer down in the engine room, so the guys in the engine room also use this machine to know what's going on. You got instead of every 5 minutes popping up to see what's going on, They're seeing the same thing on the computer, but it's more in detail on their screen. Control the individual stations in the galley. Show the parties. Gotta shut the party, right? Doesn't mean they're having a party. No. It means station head or head of station. So the old sous chef, I was just in specialty a week ago. They are the old sous chefs there. They are the old chef the parties and everything is there. In most of the galleys, like Tops, James, 150, Central Park, and Park Cafe, they come with 2 galleys. Yeah. So during decade you walk around, you see a nice restaurant and everything downstairs. On deck below deck 7, there's a production galley on both sides of the ship.
I don't remember what you said either. So. All right, we're headed to an interesting adventure. We signed up for Chef's Table, which is like, how would you describe it?
Like
all the fancy stuff.
Private chef dinner. Each of the, I don't know how many, 6, 7 courses, something, is paired with a wine, which is included in the price, although none of us really drink. So that's wasted on us, but you know, it's like a pairing with the food. And then the chef will come out at the beginning of each course and explain the nuances of the ingredients and the choices. Ow. Oh my gosh. Foot on my
Stepping
toes.
on toes.
Yeah, so I think that will be, it's like probably the most upscale. It's the most expensive, I think, dinner on board. And yeah, so
Let's do it. Let's go.
Interesting.
All right, time to get some good food.
Let's go.
Crazy Marky. It is windy out here in the front of the ship. We're going 20 miles an hour into a 20-mile-an-hour wind. Woo! There.
Should we try the other one?
It's not gonna be any better. Windy out here.
Yeah.
Is this the only one or is it
Oh, I didn't see
Hello
it. That
everybody.
it's like,
For your bread you have is thyme and lemon pepper, Cocoa House bread, brushed with truffle butter.
nice?
I put in the plate. When they kind of become frozen, I slice in a tin, then arrange with the white plate. Garlic, bay leaves, basil leaves, shallot, balsamic vinegar, smoked syrup, and olive oil. After I marinate, I put in the plate. I will rest 6 to 8 hours. Yeah, 6 to 8 hours. Then after that, I cook. I roast it in a 325 degrees. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, how's this smoked tomato soup?
Very good.
I really love it. It was worth the 8 hours.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are now starting our 4th course. Our 4th course is a roasted branzino. I'll make this branzino first. I marinate salt, pepper, lemon. Cooking branzino, put in the flat griller. Cook until skins become crispy and a golden brown. Bordelaise sauce is a classic French sauce, come all the way in the Bordeaux regions of France, and also have popular in his wine. This Bordelaise sauce is made of dry red wine,
Blueberry, blackberry, cherry cola, finished with a creamy vanilla on top.
Here we go.
Thank you. Oh, that's good, yeah. Nice. Thank you.
last drop.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Yesterday we had a teaser that we got an invite to an exclusive
Exclusive.
event
Exclusive.
by the head waiter of the main dining room, and that was today at 1. So a lot of our planning was revolving around that. So we were told, show up to the main dining room entrance on deck 4 at 1 p.m.
You shouldn't have told them that because now they're just going to do it.
Oh, on some, it'll change. It'll be different. Who knows? There was a secret password.
Secret handshake.
And there was a tour of the Galley, which is the kitchens in at least the main dining room kitchens. And so we did that. We showed up,
Yep.
and there was a group of, I don't know, 30
Maybe 30.
to 40 maybe, different people there, different families. It was unclear what the magic thing was that made us get invited to this.
I think the head waiter was celebrating our 85th subscriber to this channel.
Oh, maybe that was it. So yeah, it was a kind of a variety of different families that were there, and it was nice. We were greeted when we first got there with a mimosa. As far as I know, well, we for sure did not pay for this experience.
No.
I don't know. I don't think anybody else was on a paid. You know, there is a big ship tour that is a lot of money. It's like
Couple $100
$200 a
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
But this was just at the Galley, just at the kitchen, and we didn't pay anything for it. So we got to talk, or we some different people came out and talked to us about their food service, how they run it. It was very interesting. Then they split the group up to be more manageable, and we went around with one of the executive sous chefs, and he explained all kinds of things. It ended up being about an hour tour, and we got to see all kinds of places in the back. We got to see like where they make all the bread, and we got all kinds of information about the very impressive way that they feed so many people in such a short amount of time every single night of the cruise.
Yeah, 6,600 passengers and a couple thousand crew.
Yeah, they said on, I don't know, Justin wrote down a bunch of the facts that he was saying, but
55,000 pastries a day.
yeah, like that. They said that there's 3 levels of the main dining room, level 3, 4, and 5. And on level 3, which is like a full floor, there are 900 chairs. And then on levels 4 and 5, which have like
A little smaller.
like an atrium, like, you know, there's an open spot, 700. So like 900,
like
700,
2,300.
700.
2,300 seats per, I guess, time.
Per time, yeah.
Right.
And so, yeah, that was very interesting, and we were glad to have been able to go
It was
on
a
that.
cool experience.
Right, it was just kind of a fluke thing that we got invited to it. So, yeah, thank you so much to Pramod, I think his name was, the head waiter.
Head waiter.
Of the main dining room, and to that staff.
Yep.
We are appreciative of all the great food that we got on this trip. So.
It's good food.
Fantastic. Tonight we had kind of a big cap off to our cruise, which was the chef's dinner, or chef's table, which is a specialty option, a little bit different than the other specialty restaurants. This is not really like a restaurant; it's like an experience. So on this ship, the chef's table physically takes place inside the Solarium Bistro. I've seen online that other chef's tables on different ships happen in different areas. But the chef's table basically is a 6-course dinner where there's one executive chef that makes the entire 6-course dinner for you, and then at the beginning of each course comes out and talks to you about what is in the course, where the items came from, how he prepared it or she prepared it, and then there was a wine course,
Wine pairing.
wine pairing with each course. That was very interesting. We did not, our chef's table was not sold out. I'm not sure, I didn't count how many you could have had there, but we had 11.
Probably 16, 18.
Yeah, so not very many, and you only have one chef's table per night. So
Very,
like small.
yeah.
So yeah,
Intimate.
it was,
Food is amazing.
yes. I don't know if I would do it again. It's interesting.
It's expensive.
It's expensive.
If you really like wine,
Right.
it'd be worth it
Yeah.
probably.
That was part of the difference for us, is that Justin doesn't really drink alcohol. Mark is too young, and I drink alcohol a little bit, but it's not like, I'm not like a connoisseur of alcohol or of wine. So if you are, you might want to do this, because for the price of 6 different wine drinks, maybe this is a really great value.
Yeah.
So there was a starter.
Well, there was the bread, but then there was
The bread was amazing. They brought out this little bun bread thing. Oh my gosh.
Delicious.
It was delicious. It wasn't even on the menu. It was so good. Then there was a scalloped carpaccio. Then there was something else before the lobster salad.
the tomato soup.
Oh, yes, the tomato soup. Then there was a lobster salad. Then a branzino fish. Then filet mignon, and then to end it was this. It's called the World, which is like a chocolate globe with like a gelato and a mousse inside, and they pour the hot caramel over it, and it melts, and it's amazing. So yeah, it was great. There were some things that certain ones of us maybe didn't like as much as other people, but that was fine. I think that I had seen reviews where if you had younger people that weren't drinkers yet, or people that just didn't drink, that people had talked to the waiter, and the waiter would bring different kinds of drinks for the non-alcohol drinkers. I kind of tried to set that up with our waiter, and it didn't really work very well. I did end up ordering Mark 3 different drinks throughout the meal. However, the meal was 2.5 hours long.
Yeah.
So when you look at that, like 3 drinks is not really that outrageous. I think that if you are not a wine drinker, that this might not be that great of a experience for you. Justin just drank water
It's water.
the whole time. I did have just like a small amount of wine with every course, just so I could taste it a little bit. They did have a welcome drink. We should go back there and find out what it is right now, because it was like the most amazing drink I've ever had. I think it was supposed to be kind of champagne-y, but it was like floral, it was like citrus, I don't know. It was like everybody at the table was like, what is this? I need more. So yeah, it was interesting. It was definitely an investment of time and of money. We did, interestingly, so we booked for the 3 of us, and Mark was a full price because he is now an adult, like Royal Caribbean. When you're
13's an adult.
13, you're an adult, and so that was fine. So we booked 3 of us at a full adult price. But when we got the paper in the door this afternoon reminding us that we had a reservation and where to go for the reservation, it did say at the bottom of the page, no children under the age of 16 are allowed. And it was like, what are you talking about? My 13-year-old, like, we've been booked on this thing for over 6 months.
Yeah.
We booked this, and you know how old he is, and you didn't have any issue. Also, in the app or in the booking website, it never said anything about an age limit for that. So
be careful if you book for under 16.
Right. So I did end up calling the number, and they were like, oh, we'll make an exception. But then when we got there, there were printed menus with our names on it and a place setting, and Mark didn't have one.
Didn't have a menu. He had a place setting.
He had a place setting, but he didn't have a menu, and they didn't put, the glasses of wine. Of course, that makes sense. I also had said that that Justin wouldn't be drinking over the phone, and they said, okay, we'll make a note, and they put the whole wine out for the wine glasses for Justin. So it was kind of like, you know, maybe a little hit or miss with some of those fine details for the dinner, but overall it was a good experience.
Yeah.
And kind of, you know, make your own choices about your family and what you want to experience for that.
So interestingly, though, there were 3 other couples, so
Right.
there were 9 of us,
Yes.
and we knew 2 out of the 3 other couples.
Yeah.
From 6,600 people on the ship,
Crazy.
and one couple we kind of chatted with at Coco Cay, and another couple we met at Bingo. So it's really, as big as the ship is, it's a pretty small ship. And then also, of the 4 couples, there was a couple that wasn't married. There was a couple that was newlywed 2 weeks ago. Those are the Bingo friends.
Mm-hmm.
There was us, who've been married 23 years.
23 years.
And then the other couple was married 45 years. 45? 47?
45, I think.
45 years.
45.
So that was their anniversary. So it's just pretty wild, you know, to think about that.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that some of the couples were not really prepared with what this experience even was. They were
Right.
like, "What?
Yeah.
We're getting a steak? I don't want steak,"
Yeah.
or whatever. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that was good. It was a good experience. Something different.
Something to do, yeah.